Hey, you guys. You know I love some music, and we have as much of it as we can here on Park City Television. Of course, most of it is in furtherance of our community television mission, which means local music for the most part. But from time to time, we are fortunate to have touring musicians come through, stop into the station, play some tunes, and get together for a nice touring time. And that is exactly what's happening this afternoon. This is The Big Bang from our guest, fantastic songwriter and a lovely human being. To welcome to the studios, Lisa Novo. How are you?
Thank you, Terry. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Nice
Awesome.
to see you. We finally got together. We've been planning this for a little while, so I always feel like there's a greater anticipation than on the short bookings. So thank you for putting something on the calendar to be excited about. Talk about your love of music and where this comes from. I always think of, we all love music. Sometimes we learn to play a couple of chords. Maybe you get up in front of people, and then there's at the far end of the spectrum making a career out of music. Talk about your inspiration.
So I grew up in the church, and my mom was a singer, so I've been hearing music since I was like in the womb, like always. And then even when I was younger, I always wanted to sing, but I was so shy. I was so shy. I'd hide under my mom's dress. Like there's a video at a wedding where I'm like trying to hide from people. It was so funny. So I was super shy, but I was still kind of forced to perform because my family were we all are performers, like it's just in us. So they'd be like, okay, you're gonna sing on Easter, and I was like, what? And I was like 10 years old, and it was really scary. So, and then I'd do like the dance teams. I was always like performing, but I would always get that like nervous, like heartbeat feeling, and I didn't know if I could ever make it a career. So I ended up going to college because I had a scholarship to get a communication degree. And then from there, I just fell in love with like the acoustic music scene. I did open mic nights, and then ended up like trying to figure out, well, how can I make this a career? I met a really awesome singer-songwriter named Frankie Colt down there, and she was doing it. She was hosting open mics and playing out live at like bars and restaurants, and I was like, I could do that. But where I was living in Fort Myers, Florida, was kind of a small area. It wasn't that much happening at that time, so I ended up moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's kind of where I found like where I needed to be. It was great. Like, so I ended up like hosting open mics and then playing at bars and then making a band, making a CD, and then now I'm touring. So it's really cool how that all came to play.
Well, and your smile tells the satisfaction of having earned all of that through hard work.
Thank you.
Good for you. Was there any kind of a shift or a difference in terms of your songwriting in moving geographically, being in a place like, and of course I'll make an assumption a little bit that maybe the music scene is a little more vibrant in Charlotte, North Carolina than in Fort Myers, Florida.
A lot of variety, and then just like I was growing up, the different things were happening, so I was able to write songs quicker, so that helped. And it's definitely more like folky, like folk music, so I think that helps like kind of make my vibe. Like the song is like, I call it like bubblegum blues. It's a mix of like blues, folk, and pop, and that folk kind of came out from there, I think, because a lot of the people that I saw that were playing out, they had that folk acoustic vibe to them too.
And the South is certainly renowned for some classic singer-songwriters, so a lot of that vibe is just in the air. Huh? Talk about the difference between today. We've got Jimmy is here. Thanks to Jimmy for playing. And great to have him here as well. Of course, traveling light, touring light is a smart thing to do, makes it logistically a lot easier. But talk about the difference, and I made this observation just after we finished with your recordings, that these are some songs that I know just absolutely blow up when you have a band behind you. Talk about that thing in songwriting and the sort of the joys of performing alone or in a duo versus having the comfort of being in a band.
Well, definitely it's great when you're in a band. Like if you mess up, they just always have your back and they just like keep going, or if somebody forgets to stop, we just were like, okay, that was like a fake stop. Like so it's really fun to jam with the guys. And then with these songs, like I wrote the songs and then I met these guys and I asked them to play at a Shakedown festival, and then so we had a few practices, and then we played, and it was so so good because they all made their own parts. Like they all made up their own stuff, and then it just worked so well. And one of my friends, he was like, you have to record with them. Like they're so good and you will love it. And then you guys can do like festivals and stuff. So that it ended up started happening. And the guys were down to do that. And it's like Michael Lanigan, he's on the bass, Mitch Moore on drums, and Zach Willard on guitar. And then we have some special guests on the album. I have a friend from Florida who did the violin, and another friend in Alonzo Wesley, Taylor Winchester, he did the mandolin, and my younger brother did background vocals and played keys. So that was really cool to have him in the mix because he played at the CD release show too, and it was just amazing to play with my little brother. But it's just really cool. You can bounce back with having a band, and then it's always like more energy. That's what I like about it, because when you're playing like acoustic, you do have that. It's like a little bit more chill and relaxed. So I like both. I definitely like evenly. Like I could play solo or I could play with the band. Like either way, they're both like amazing to me. I just love feeling the vibes on stage and then like getting energy from the crowd. Like it's so much fun.
That's great. Talk about where you're going from here, from Utah on the tour.
Yeah, so we planned a coast-to-coast tour. So we started in Charleston, South Carolina, and went all the way to Long Beach, California, and then played shows out there. And now we're here today, super exciting, on Park City, so thank you so much. And then we're on our way to Colorado. We're playing Arvada, Colorado, at a place called Someplace Else Brewery. I just love that name, so I'm excited to be there. And then we have another show in Oklahoma City, and then we're stopping in Nashville, and then we're heading back to Charlotte to play like our regular mix over there. But this has been so fun.
What a great tour.
Yeah.
Is this the longest tour that you've been out on?
Definitely.
And how are you feeling at this point?
It's just like there's always things that come at you and you just got to be ready for them, like just little things. And it's a lot of driving, and it's like definitely more exciting than I thought it'd be, because you get to see so much. Like when we drove through Arizona, we saw the mountains, and then we saw like trees like that looked like Christmas trees. Like I forget the names of them, but they were just everywhere. And then we went to the desert and saw cactuses, like all in the same like hour. It was insane. So you get to see some beautiful things and meet some amazing people. We met this guy named Richard, and he tipped us in wet wipes and flashlights. And you don't think you need that, but on a tour you really do. Like you're in the car, like eating, you need wet wipes, and then with the flashlights you can put it on like your merch and like highlight different things. And then he like got a CD. So like we met a lot of awesome, genuine people on the way, and that's really cool to see like how the world's so big but also so small. Like one of the places we played at Tin Roof in San Diego, this guy we met was from Charlotte, and he was just there for like the week. And I said, oh man, you got to come out to one of my open mics in Charlotte when you get back in town.
For sure, he'll be a fan when he gets back to Charlotte.
It's crazy to see that. Yeah.
That's really cool. And I think it bears reinforcing that I've had this conversation, especially in the year 2018, when we get on social media and it feels like we're at each other's throats. And I've had a number of touring musicians who have said exactly what you just said, which is it's the best year ever to be out on the road and to be with America, because people still are lovely. There are amazing people out there who know that you need flashlights and wet wipes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. So what happens when you get back home, playing more shows? Are you writing all the time?
With writing, that kind of comes and goes. Like I'm gonna try to make it like a priority when I get back, because it tends to, like I tend to get busy with like the day-to-day things that you have to do, because like I'm kind of my own manager at this point, so I'm booking everything myself. And then we have open mic nights, that's like a weekly thing, and then we play at regionally, so we'll be in like South Carolina, North Carolina, and we do a lot of shows in Wilmington, North Carolina. Sure. So it's not all Charlotte, but we do like to play at least once a month in Charlotte too. So it's fun. So I'm excited to go back, but also like to see what other adventures we have. We still have like one more week left, so I'm excited.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Tell folks all the social media stuff, handles across, and where folks can get. So tell us all about social media, of course, all of the streaming services, and where folks can go to get the actual physical product of Big Bang.
Yeah, so we're on Instagram. You can just find me at Lisa DeNovo on there, and then Facebook, same thing, just search Lisa DeNovo. And then my website is where you can find like the T-shirts, the CDs, and you can buy them straight from there. It's www.lisadenovo.com. Nice. And all the likes, and that also helps musicians like so much. It's the best way to support an artist for free. You can just like find them online and just like their page. And then you can find the acoustic album on iTunes and Spotify. And then the Big Bang is going to come out next month on streaming services too. But if you want it now, you got to go online to the website.
Got to get the physical product. Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to meet you. Thanks to our pal Whitney Blaine for hooking it up. It's really fantastic. We wish you all the best. Safe travels. And I hope that the next time that you come visit, we will have the luxury of a full band.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Terry.
LisaDeNovo.com. Go get the CD. And of course, become a fan. Follow and support all across social media, because that's the best thing to do with great music. We'll be back.